Good evening, Belize, and welcome to XTV's news broadcast for Tuesday, March 3, 2026. Making the headlines tonight, leaked 183K bill fuels smear campaign against Senator Dennison. BCWJ tells BTL to share their legal fees too. Rape case against attorney Orson Elrington discontinued, and Compol insists investigation into credit card fraud in BPO sector is challenging. We take a first break and return with the news in detail.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. Love your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank. Building the future together.
Smart for everybody. Smart leading everything. Smart give you everything. Smart offer everything. Smart give you everything. North to the east and the south and the west. Smart are the best. Darling, double up my data and give me all the text. In fact, give me a plan for my family. Unlimited calls so me like it. And Smart make everybody feel happy. Bringing people together, me want it now. Smart got love for everybody. Me want my Smart plan. Want it right now. Me want my Smart plan. me want my smartphone, internet, in my hand, call me.
Paints to plumbing and everything in between. Plus 20 to 65% off lots more deals on sale and clearance. With trusted experience, top quality products, and service that's second to none, we're here to support women every step of the way. Visit or call us today. Happy Women's Month from all of us at Habet and Habet and Brothers Habet, doing our part to balance the scales.
The Belize Government Lotteries Limited, we work to develop social programs in Belize. And so we're already contributing to the NHI, providing funding for the expansion. And now our board of directors recently approved $2 million for improvement in sports. So today we handed over the first $1 million, and by the end of March we'll be handing over another $1 million. And thereafter we hope to be able to contribute $2 million every year.
This will go a long way in terms of getting the programs for sports going, getting some of the facilities going. We have a long way to go from where we want to be, but this $2 million will be a tremendous help. We want to invest in some of the programs, developmental programs. Right now we're working on a sports strategy and of course sports policy and the modernization of the legislation, and we're working on some of the facilities, and then we want to develop some of the programs with the federations and the associations who do the heavy lifting day in and day out. But this money will definitely go a long way, and I'm proud to be a part of this process. I'm proud to be a part of this government.
In a democracy, what is good for the government cannot be bad for the people, and what is good for the people cannot be bad for the government.
We came a long way. It's like over 16 years that it was basically like 2-3 houses in that area.
It was wild.
Without you.
I am Drea Espinosa. In law practice, it is customary for the winning party to be awarded costs reflecting the principle that the successful litigant should not bear the expense of bringing or defending the claim. In that vein, Senator Glenfield Dennison, who is an attorney, has submitted a bill totaling $183,487.50 to Belize Telemedia Limited. This is in connection with the legal advice he has been provided the Belize Communications Workers for Justice, which is advocating for the company to pay former employees severance and related interest. BTL has agreed to pay severance, though the parties disagree on the amount to be paid in interest. Dennison is now the target of a smear campaign. BCWJ spokesperson Emily Turner explained to Cram News XTV that BTL brought up the cost of BCWJ's representation in negotiations, but addressed the cost itself directly with Dennison. Nonetheless, she expressed satisfaction with the value they have received for that representation. The bill that Dennison sent to BTL was leaked, and Turner is now asking for BTL to willingly share their legal fees. However, when we asked at the BTL press conference on Friday, February 26, BTL was unprepared to disclose the figure.
Can you share how much has been paid thus far in legal fees regarding the severance matter?
Legal fees are substantial amount, but I'm prepared to share the number.
The rape case against attorney Orson O.J. Elrington has been discontinued. In a brief session at 11 this morning, High Court Justice Nigel Pilgrim acknowledged that the Crown had entered a nolle pros in the case. Pending was a decision from High Court Justice Nigel Pilgrim on whether his rape trial would be held in open court. The DPP was to submit a statement from the virtual complainant last Thursday, but instead, she asked for more time to do so, citing concerns about the complaint's state of mind. The matter was adjourned to this morning. The judge had prepared his ruling, but the defense opted not to hear what the outcome would have been were it not for the nollie pros. Ellington expressed relief that the matter will not proceed and said he will take advice from his attorneys on possible next steps, including a claim for malicious prosecution.
Of course, I feel a sense of immense relief because, again, this, as I said, is a burden that you carry every single day. You know, I'm a practitioner before the courts, but there is a reason that you have different tiers. You have the Court of Appeal and you have the CCJ because judges make mistakes. So you have a judicial system, and of course, it's by persons. It's not perfect, but it is the best that we have. And so while I know the law, and I thought that there was absolutely no way grounded in law that could be able to support a guilty verdict in this matter, we're dealing with courts, we're dealing with humans, and so they're not infallible, right? So with that, of course, there is some level of anxiety. But again, I have trust in the justice system. I have trust in my legal team and the number of persons who supported us.
However, Ellington's attorney, his cousin, Alifa Ellington, expressed her opinion that justice has not yet been served.
While I believe that this matter should not have been brought before the court from its inception, I feel slightly cheated because at the end of the day, what we were fighting for was for what transpired to come out and for the truth to come out. At this point in time, even though some would say it's a vindication of Mr. Ellington, if we look back over the last 2 years and we look at the things that have been said in the media, the statements that have been made against Mr. Ellington, it cannot be a vindication because the facts have not come out, the truth have not come out. And so this is the difficulty that I have. We will take it. We will take it because we don't believe it should have been brought before the court from the inception. However, what persons think when they hear rape is still out there in relation to my client's name. Rape is something that we all know that is a very serious offense. You think about violence, you think about harm, you think about taking advantage of persons. And our position is that never transpired in this particular case. But that stigma now walks with my client every single day. Mr. Ellington has a constitutional right for this matter to be heard in open court. It is only by agreement that it is done in camera, and it should never be assumed that the defendant is going to give up that constitutional right. If it is that it's not by agreement, then you need to follow the rules to get it done properly. This has been a public trial. Unless you're a public figure, there's no other rape person accused of rape that is followed by the media. So it is important that he's given that same opportunity. We're in a situation where, and I will not necessarily criticize judge-alone trials, but we now have judge-alone trials. Defendants don't have a jury of their peers anymore sitting down and listening to them.
When we asked the Commissioner of Police, Dr. Anthony Richard Rosado, for an update on Monday in relation to the credit card fraud reports in the BPO sector, he noted that they are unable to move forward without the credit card owners coming forward as the complainants. However, before we could ask about filing charges of obtaining property by deception, his staff officer whisked him away.
Well, it's a complicated, challenging investigation because it does not have root only in Belize. So it's an extremely challenging investigation, and our investigation are trying to gather as much information as they can to bring the perpetrators them to justice.
What's the most challenging aspect of it?
Because many of the incidents trace back to outside the country of Belize.
And so that requires some outside intervention and reports. Tell us.
Remember the complainants, them majority of them are from outside Belize.
And they would have to come into...
We would need a complainant report.
Outside of that, are there any other laws or regulations that the authorities can look at?
We are investigating it from within what has transpired within the institution, and we're trying to see what evidential material we can put together to bring those individuals to justice.
How concerning is it for the department
all incidents of crimes, whether it's violent crime or fraud, is of concern to the country and to the police department.
Reports are that you all have been able, through operations, to identify certain or alleged operatives from within the BPO sector and otherwise. What's the challenge there if you know who they are?
The investigation is ongoing at this moment. Several individuals have been interviewed, and the investigation is ongoing.
What's the FIU's involvement in this?
In all financial crimes, the Belize Police Department have always engaged our counterparts, the Financial Intelligence Unit.
And is that the case with this one?
Like I mentioned, in all financial crimes, we have engaged the FIU.
There's an electronics fraud act, or I can't remember, but it's in relation to financial crimes that was enacted in 2023. And under that act, it appears that someone can be charged if you are a victim, in the sense of the restaurants who have been defrauded as a result. Why are we not pursuing that angle for them being the complainant?
As the Commissioner has indicated, it's an ongoing investigation, and as more information is necessary to be disclosed, that will be disclosed.
Attorney Alifa Elrington today questioned the assumption that sexual offense matters should automatically be heard in camera on the basis that it makes it easier for the virtual complainant to testify. She argues that the experience in this case highlights the need for lawmakers to revisit and amend legislation governing closed court proceedings in sexual offense trials.
What came out of this case may very likely trigger some legislative changes, because what was mentioned in court is that in Jamaica and in Trinidad, it's a blanket that victims' evidence are done in camera. We still have the right to challenge whether or not it is to be done in camera. We still have the right for it to be put in front of a judge so that that person can use his judicial discretion to determine if it is that the facts of it are such that will affect their lives, if it is that it's such that really would trigger somebody not to be able to testify properly. So it is important that everything is out in open, and each and every single case is determined on its own facts. The reason why we fought so hard is because the facts of these cases, this particular case, is very different from any other rape case, alleged rape case that you would have. Even the case that they made reference to, Whitfield Flowers, that case spoke of such violence, such degradation to a woman, that I can understand why it is that you would have wanted to do that in camera. This case is different. There's nothing that spoke to trauma. There's nothing that spoke to any degradation. There's nothing that spoke to violence. There's nothing that spoke to force. All things that you would want to say, yes, I can understand a person going through a traumatic experience recounting this evidence. Because as far as I'm concerned, we're taking away rights from a defendant, constitutional rights from a defendant, when it is that we are going to only be looking at it from one perspective.
After the break, OJ says he does not regret Hot P 2024 posts, which could have revealed identity of virtual complainants. Stay with us.
Running a business in Belize and getting an international order? Shipping your products abroad is simple with the Belize Postal Service. To quickly confirm the order, you can fill out your customs declaration right from the comfort of your home. To access the declaration form online, please visit the following websites. Simply enter your item in the CDS web kiosk to instantly see the landed cost, duties, taxes, and fees. Postage rates can be checked on your rate sheets. Share the landed cost with your customer and finalize the sale in minutes. Once the sale is confirmed, the system generates your declaration identification number, your key to a smooth and fast drop-off. And if you don't have internet access, you can always visit any of our post offices for assistance. Bring your unsealed package and declaration ID to any Belize Postal Service location. Our clerks will verify your items, seal your package, and prepare your declaration, quick and simple. It's fast, simple, reliable. The Belize Postal Service, connecting your business to the world.
Electricity is essential for everyday life, but behind every outlet, a lot is happening to bring you safe, reliable, and sustainable energy. Let's start at the beginning. Independent power producers across Belize generate electricity using a mix of renewable and non-renewable resources. Electricity travels across a network of high-voltage transmission lines capable of transmitting electricity across long distances. Electricity then reaches your nearest substation, where it is adjusted to a lower voltage, making it safe to travel on the distribution lines you see in your community. From there, electricity makes its final journey from the distribution lines to your home, providing you with safe and reliable power when you need it. We continue to serve you.
Nando's Wholesale is your market leader in Belize's wholesale industry when it comes to high-quality products at the most reasonable and competitive prices. With over 40 years in the wholesale business, Nando's Wholesale embraces the partnership of the hotel industry in Belize by providing world-renowned brands in wines, seasonings, condiments, and cleaners in industrial sizes, as well as small and large kitchen appliances and equipment. Nando's also takes pride in providing one of the quietest and most durable air conditioning systems in Belize with technical support and spare parts. Nando's Wholesale. Professional, reliable, effective, and prompt. Nando's Wholesale always delivers. Visit us at www.nandos.bz or send an email to nandos@nandos.bz. Or, even better yet, give us a call today at 222-500 or 280-8080 to speak to one of our sales representatives today.
Is that all? This is everything.
Sea una persona ocupada o atrapada en el tráfico, o que tenga una circunstancia adversa o muy exigente, la tensión se acumula y lo estresa. El estrés ataca a todos en cualquier momento, a cualquier edad. El estrés es un asesino. Es mejor estar vivo que muerto, así que visite la farmacia de Freetown para obtener opciones.
Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué puedo hacer para usted hoy?
Estoy bien estresado.
Ok, tengo una pastilla que te va a ayudar, ¿ok? Que toma una de eso al día para 10 días y va a estar bien después, ¿eh?
Ok. Farmacia Freetown, carretera 28 Freetown, donde estás mejor vivo que muerto. Farmacia Freetown, teléfono 22 32 87 6.
Our Belize City is growing because of continued investment. From rehabilitated streets to expanding neighborhoods, significant investments are improving how our city functions and how our communities live. In the last 2 years alone, more than 250 streets have been rehabilitated, representing almost $34 million invested directly in physical infrastructure that improves access and quality of life. At the same time, the city continues to expand. Developments such as the Holy Emmanuel area, also known as Gungulung, reflect increased demand for land and housing as Belize City expands in a more sustainable and resilient way. These planned developments support safer communities and long-term sustainability, contributing to rising property values across the city. Under the Town's Property Evaluation Act, property values are required to be reviewed every 5 years. The last valuation adjustment was done in 2013. This adjustment simply brings property values closer to today's market reality, while the tax rate itself remains unchanged. Let's break it down. For a vacant property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 2% rate, which works out to a payment of $500. Under the new assessment, the property value has appreciated by 40%, making the property now worth $35,000. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 2% of $35,000, which works out to $700. For an occupied property valued at $25,000, we charged an annual 10% rate, which works out to $2,500. Under the new assessment, the property's value has appreciated by 18%, making the property now worth $29,500. Therefore, the new amount to be paid will be 10% of $29,500, which works out to $2,950. To support property owners, your Belize City Council is encouraging residents to take advantage of the ongoing property tax prepayment incentives. Property owners receive 15% off in January, 10% off in February, and 5% in March. And senior citizens receive a 35% discount year-round. Remember, this adjustment represents an appreciation in your property's worth, not a change in tax rates, ensuring continued investment in your city while providing valuable data for informing investors, municipal bondholders, and individual credit assessments. And we want residents to know the law provides a clear mechanism for review and appeal if needed. Those who believe their valuation does not fairly reflect their property have the right to engage the Belize City Valuation Appeals Board. Your Belize City Council remains committed to openness, accountability, and ensuring that growth is managed fairly for everyone. Your Belize City Council, always about the people.
I think that this program has benefited my parents because now they don't have to pay for my tuition, so they can use that on other expenses for the house or for me personally, and they don't have to pay for my electronics either because I'm given one. My major is one of the most expensive ones that they have here at Sacred Heart. It makes me feel a lot more comfortable that it's completely covered and my parents don't have to worry about it.
I can see that it has benefited especially parents who have more than one children at school, because they are no longer worrying about where the money will come, for them to pay the tuition for their kids. We have a lot of parents who are single parents, and for them especially, this has been a great blessing.
I have 3 other siblings, and the financial burden is really great. And so with me having a free education, they could focus more on my brothers and 2 other sisters' education and not worry on my financial needs. They could focus more on them and not have to worry about me.
Years gone by, not anybody could have afforded Sacred Heart College. And now with this in place, it surely have impacted a lot of our families. Now we are really out of space for students because now everybody, they want to come to Sacred Heart College because of this program that we have in place.
Back in January 2024, when 2 complainants filed a police report against attorney Orson Elrington, Hot Off the Press, or Hot P, a Facebook news blog linked to Elrington, came under fire for putting out several articles seeking to discredit and victim shame the accusers. It would not be another 2 months before Elrington was charged. One of the articles was accompanied by a 30-second long surveillance video showing the women dancing at the nightclub where they met Elrington. While the video was of poor quality, it was urged that it could help identify the complainants. Today we asked Elrington if he regretted those posts.
Do you regret the manner in which your news blog, Hot Off the Press, was used against the virtual complainants at the beginning?
Absolutely not. Why?
In terms of putting out certain details?
The persons, again, you see, there's a misnomer in these situations. And every time I hear it, I cringe when I hear the word victim. I cringe because a victim is a person who has suffered some harm that comes with certain connotations towards it. And I will be clear, if I have never been clear before, while I am a partner in certain, I don't write stories and I don't dictate and I don't intervene. And I tell people this all the time. Just like does Mose tell you what to publish? No, he does not. And that is with any media, well, that is people who are ignorant of the facts of how media works, is that it's a large organization. There are over 50 independent contributors, and we don't dictate. We're a platform that allows people to be able to ventilate their opinions. And the only time I intervene is if there is some issue of that might cause for defamation. That is when I intervene as legal counsel as a part of it. I am just a part of a network, just like everybody else. I'm just a part of a network.
On Monday, Santander hosted a special ceremony out west to celebrate the opening of their 10th harvest season. It is expected to be a special season as another big development is on the horizon, the opening of the Caribbean region's first sugar refinery. The refinery, which is being constructed by Santander in collaboration with Sucro, is expected to be open in a few months. Santander expects to tap into the CARICOM market. Jose Rodriguez, CEO of Santander, spoke more on the upcoming season and what makes it special.
Yeah, well, every harvest season is important. This season and every harvest season is different. You think that it could be the same, but every harvest season has a different things. And this one is a special one because we have been able to start the construction of a refinery with our partners, Sucro. The name of the refinery is Caribbean Sugar Refinery. And with that investment, we will be able to produce refined sugar for the first time in the Caribbean, reducing the dependence on external sugar coming to the market. We have been introducing new genetics for the conditions of Belize. Over the years, we have invested a lot of money in new varieties coming from Brazil, mainly from Guatemala, from the US, and we have made our trials in every different environment of production. And we have a lot of varieties already, promising varieties that are already giving good results. We have them planted in about half of the area or a little bit more this year. So we are expecting them to start increasing productions and increasing sugar yields. They are also good for the resistance of different diseases and pests, which is a big problem.
But for Belize and the Caribbean region in general, and this marks a bold step forward for Belize and the future of our sugar industry.
Shana Castillo is seeking justice after a kidnap attempt on her 17-year-old son on the night of February 23. The incident occurred at the intersection of East Colette Canal and Allenby Street in Belize City just before 10 that night. In a surveillance video uploaded to social media, a car can be seen stopping at the intersection, after which a male exited and attempted to grab the teenager who was riding by on his bicycle. Castillo said she went to make a police report that same night, but had been getting the runaround from police for days until she posted the footage online.
he went out to get food. He said, Ma, he said, I know the vehicle. He said, because I saw them earlier in the vehicle. He said, so when he see the vehicle, he said he may feel like they may run into him. He said, but that's when he got away to the edge of the street side, nearly to the drain. And then the young man jumped out when he recognized from the back seat and chased after him. So he said, Ma, the bicycle made a hole on my back. He said, so I jumped off of the bike and I said, I will run. He said, and he started to run. His phone dropped. He said when he reached a good way span, he stand up and he watched the young man pick up the phone, pick up the bike and dash it in the canal. But he got with the phone. He put the phone in his pocket and dashed the bike in the canal. He said his boy holla, I'm sure we are kidnapped this one here right now. That's the one that jump out after. I went back to the station Tuesday. But first, they know me, I really they push it. I think they say they have somebody in custody, one person in custody right now. They're looking for the rest because the 5 person was it, including a female, 4 male, 1 female. We give them all the information, they name everything.
According to Castillo, she knows who the people in the car were as there is an ongoing rivalry between the two sides. She said her son, who is a high school student in the area, was threatened the day after in her presence by one of the occupants of the car. In late January, a San Pedro High School teacher, 47-year-old Alex Jason Morales of Hamburgers Key, was sentenced to prison for 18 months after being convicted on 2 of 3 counts of sexual assault involving female first and second form students. They claim he had groped them back in January of 2024. On January 21, the magistrate ruled that Morales was guilty of 2 counts and acquitted him of the 3rd. Morales maintained his innocence during the entire process, explaining that all he did was hug the students. Many came out in support of Morales following the conviction, and the family said they would appeal. They have since retained attorney Richard Dickey Bradley, who on Friday sought a stay of execution, which is a court order that would temporarily pause or halt the enforcement of the judgment, which could open the way for a bail application. That ruling is set to be delivered on March 24. Bradley said that due to several factors, including Morales' ongoing health issues, he's confident that bail would be granted.
Morales has a good prospect of success in his appeal, that there are legal errors and other matters in relation to the trial that occurred, and so Mr. Morales and his family are applying to the court for what the law refers to as a stay of execution, meaning that you can freeze, you can stay the decision that he goes to jail or remains in jail while he's awaiting for his appeal to be called. There are several factors that are in his favor in relation to the application, and so this morning the courts heard those factors and also heard the opposing side from Prosecutor Christopher Smith.
After the break, Belmopan High School student reported missing, and decapitated bodies of regional cartel bosses believed to have been found in Chetumal. Stay tuned.
This can lead to severe dehydration and may require hospitalization if not treated promptly. The good news is that diarrhea caused by rotavirus is preventable by vaccines. The vaccine is safe, effective, and available at all nearest health centers. It is given in drops orally at 2, 4, and 6 months of age. Protect your child against severe diarrhea. Visit your nearest clinic today.
Smart for everybody. Smart leading everything. Smart give you everything. Smart offer everything. Smart give you everything. North to the east and the south and the west. Smart are the best. Darling, double up my data and give me all the text. In fact, give me a plan for my family. Unlimited calls so me like it. And Smart make everybody feel happy. Bringing people together, me want it now. Smart.
Diseñado para mejorar tu experiencia bancaria. Con una amplia gama de opciones de servicio al cliente. Ahorras tiempo y esfuerzo. Puedes llamar fácilmente para bloquear o desbloquear tus tarjetas de débito y crédito. Realizar consultas de cuentas y acceder a información detallada de tus tarjetas. Ya sea que necesites asistencia con la banca en línea, apoyo para comercios o consultas generales, nuestro equipo está listo para ayudarte. Para mayor comodidad, si todos los operadores están ocupados, puedes dejar tu número y un operador te devolverá la llamada lo antes posible para asegurarse de que recibas el apoyo que necesitas. Para mayor seguridad, es posible que necesitemos verificar tu identidad con un conjunto de preguntas sencillas. Recuerda, Atlantic Bank nunca solicitará tu nombre de tu usuario ni contraseña de Atlantic Online por llamada telefónica, mensaje de texto o correo electrónico, asegurando que tu información personal permanezca segura y protegida. Nuestro equipo de apoyo está disponible de lunes a viernes, de 8 a.m. a 6 p.m. en inglés y en español. Simplemente marca al 223-1212. Esta es la línea dedicada para nuestro centro de contacto. Atlantic Bank se compromete a brindarte un servicio excepcional y las herramientas que necesitas para administrar tus finanzas de manera conveniente y segura. Aprovecha al máximo nuestro servicio del centro de contacto.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
February is all about Honda. Get special pricing and discounts on all Honda products. Enjoy up to 25% off select Honda products and 20% off Honda parts. Don't forget your B-Bucks whenever you make a purchase. Love your Honda is all about deals and discounts on Honda products throughout the month of February. Only at Benquip Equipment Parts Service.
Having my own home, my own home, and that's mine for my kids. I know I love the bush and stuff like that. I like the plant, right? So now I can come up, relax myself, enjoy myself, away from the city, no noise, you know what I mean? A heartfelt thank you for having me here today, not only for receiving my brand new home, but also to be a third first-time homeowner under the MIDH in Harmonyville.
She's very lucky and very blessed to have a home right now in Harmonyville. A lot of people want homes right now. A lot of people applying, and we know the list long. So congrats to her. Man, we're very excited. We've been dialoguing with the minister and MIDH for quite some time now in regards not just to housing, but roads and infrastructure. And they've been very cooperative so far. So hats off to the minister and the teams involved.
This is a community developed by Big Air in the past. I don't know if you've heard of that. And we are trying our best to be able to cooperate with them to be able to make sure that the community flourishes. Now that the house is here, you will realize that you have to have roads and everything to get here. So we are in communication with them. I think it's a positive project. We will be hand in hand working with them.
A 13-year-old high school student from St. Matthew's, Cayo, Anna Lizette Ramos, is missing. Anna, who was a student of Belmopan Baptist High School, was last seen standing in front of the Belmopan bus terminal. There are reports that 3 teachers had seen her get on a bus heading to Belmopan, as opposed to her usual school bus that would take her to St. Matthew's. Anna is of mestizo descent, has a clear complexion, is medium built, and stands 5 foot 6 inches in height. The police are asking anyone with information of her whereabouts to make a report at the nearest police station, to call Crime Stoppers anonymously at 922 or use the P3 app. Earlier today, Anna's mother, Ingrid Avila, told the media that according to footage obtained by police, it shows Anna entering a passenger bus at a terminal with a man she doesn't recognize. She said she was told that the bus traveled north and that reports are that Anna got off at San Joaquin Corozal.
And we made a wait for she, and like we just say, well, we are give she 1 hour more to see if she take long or gonna buy something, and then we not get no response to she. We call her, like no answering, nothing. I went with she at school. I left she at school because I got past 6:30 with she. I left she at school 8:30. She even tell me, bye ma, I will reach home later. We are talk about something where she made a deal at school where it make all the problem. This is the first time she ever do this to us. Like, first time. She always come home at time, or if she have to do something about my fan, she make I know, mommy, I want to do this about my fan. She have a next sister where they got a compre. They always meet together if they have to go to Belmopan, go buy something, and they always come home together. So this is the first time she ever do this. We make the report from Saturday when it gone, for Friday. Saturday we gonna do the report and thing, and up to now, the police they made the investigation both, right? And right now this at 12 o'clock they find out who my daughter gone with. They had the footage of everything.
So she did go with someone from where?
From the Mopan bus terminal.
Have you seen that footage? Do you know the person who she left with or anything like that?
No, sir. I don't recognize the person. I know he. First time I ever see that person. I see the video and everything, but I don't recognize. I don't know who is that guy. Actually, she never gone in a vehicle. Somebody carried she in the bus for terminal. Cause we see the video from terminal that it show that it gone in our bus with the same guy that it follow. The police said that the bus that's for Orange Jack side where that the 3 o'clock, the 3:30 bus will left for Belmopan. I got through boom.
$1 reward was being offered by the Quintana Roo State Attorney General's office for information that would result in El Molestias being apprehended. Authorities identified both men as major instigators of violence in Chetumal and Bacalar, connected to several kidnappings and executions in the area.
Forces in Belize to be able to celebrate as one big group.
Okay, and so what do you think about how this vision was actually realized and the event today?
So we had the participation of a lot of people from across the police department, the Belize Defense Force, and the Belize Coast Guard coming together to be able to organize this event and make sure that it becomes a reality for us today.
Do you know how many police women are present here? How many officers in general took this part?
We have about 70 Belize Defense Force women. We have about 50 Belize Coast Guard members, and we have about 530 police officers parading with us today.
From all over the country?
From all over the country.
The importance of highlighting women's role in law enforcement.
So it is very essential for our country and the world to know that we as women play a vital role in the security of our country. We have participated in all of the events that our different organizations have to offer to our country, and we come together to celebrate this year knowing that when we celebrate together, when we participate together, that we are stronger.
Commissioner of Police Dr. Anthony Richard Rosado took the opportunity to publicly thank the women of his department for the work they do. He also said that women
in all our intake, the percentage of women have always been at least 25%.
And then in promotion?
And in promotion, we also have an equal amount of, in terms of promotion, in terms of supervisors, in terms of the different rank, with the male counterpart.
So what's your observation for this women's work?
Honestly, I am grateful and I'm thankful for all the security forces, to the Commander Coast Guard, the Commander BDF, for them to have agreed that we come together and celebrate women as a collaborative front rather than individually.
Are there any special recognition in the women in the police department?
We have a number of activities throughout the month of March, including the recognition, symposium, the retreat. So there's a number of activities that we have planned for Women's Month to show our appreciation for all the women in the security forces.
ACP Bowden also spoke of the unique challenges women in police experience, especially those who are mothers.
Yeah, there are many challenges for us as women in law enforcement, particularly in policing. The main challenge, or one of the main challenge, being that, as mothers, we have our role to play, and then we still have to come out and do what the men do.
So, daycare, is that something that's being looked at probably?
So daycare was an issue for us a while ago, and a daycare was established here in Belize City in Raccoon Street. However, there was minimal participation from the officers, even though it was something that they were clamoring for. And so that daycare center is no longer in operation.
Would you like it to come back?
I am sure that if we did a survey across the department, then we would know more or less where the officers stand and whether or not they...
A fire in San Felipe, Toledo on Thursday, 604-3039. And a commuter bus collided with a pickup truck this morning on the Hummingbird Highway near the 3 Mile area just outside Dangrigas, Dan Creek. The bus involved now belongs to the National Bus Company, NBC, but was formerly operated by James Bus Line. It is not known at this time what caused the accident or if any passengers were injured in the collision. Authorities are investigating the incident. And with that, we've come to the end of our newscast. The repeat can be viewed on the station later tonight at 9 and again tomorrow at midday. Join us again tomorrow for another edition of the news. And remember,